Well, I think
Alrighty.
everyone's here that's going to be here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be here, right?
Yeah.
Were you running today or am I running today?
I mean,
I'm fine with doing it
all right,
because
then that's fine. Since they're in a keto land still,
yeah, and my thing didn't wind up lasting as long as I thought. So,
you're good.
well, welcome back, everybody. Uh, Mamar won't be joining us today because of school, college. Last week, over the course of a couple of days, you guys decided you were heading to the uh, northern frozen north to complete a couple quests. Some corpse swallower, some Mara says undead must die, and some aberration brain. You guys traveled north out of the Black City, Simamar and Vestiel, or her new persona is Shion. Uh, Set up the Thunderdome. It was visited at night or in the morning when you guys started to head out, was visited by some hill giants who wanted to use it for a match. Some fire elementals dancing around the top of it. As you traveled north away from that, you ran over a couple earth elemental myrmidons through some quick revivifies and a not so quick true resurrection. You brought them back, and sent them on the way. They were also heading towards the Thunderdome. You guys made it to the ruins of Zinport, which is currently occupied by a handful of Tinkali. Um, you didn't spend any time there. You quickly headed east out of there, where you uh, made another Thunderdome, found some floating swords that came in, looked around, and then kept going. Then you found a group of ogre skeletons, which you proceeded to stomp the floor with. Everyone was showing off their snazzy new stuff, their special abilities and whatnot. You
This
just
is where I would put
these
my damage if I had some.
Yes, combat of magic also messed up some of you where they were immune to bludgeoning, but it also stopped them from being able to even try to hurt you guys because the main weapon was a club. Um, Joan looked into their past and saw that they had come from an ocean north of them and spent most of the time tumbling through the river trying to get out. And finally, a group had managed to get out, and you encountered them. You guys continued on west. Uh, you were encountered by a couple elves. Uh, After a brief conversation with Simamar, they just discerned that you guys were not a threat, even though you had a giant, colossal size field nut. But you weren't going to be attacking the town, so they left you to your business. You guys conducted your long rest and headed to the city, where you group split up. Ribbon went to Dragon Isle. Field Knot went to Field Knot Land. I don't know where he went. Um, and the remainder three went on a dinosaur adventure and saw a several little dinosaurs, petting zoo, a uh, several enclosed dinosaurs for the flying ones, the swimming ones, and the carnivorous ones. And there was also a group of the dragon Tyrannosaurus Rexes that you had seen, and it seems like this is just a safe haven for them because the note did say that they don't lock the cage. Vondar was interested in the see-through material that they were using to cage the other dinosaurs, and I think that was pretty much everything.
It was a fun time. Fun little adventure. Simamar and Shion went and had that, and halfway through, that's when Vondar just got completely sidetracked with the material.
So after your several hours of going through the park, it is 2100. The sun has set. What do you guys want to do?
Is there like an inn or anywhere else attached to the Dragon Park, or are we just gonna maybe continue on and for about 15 minutes outside of the park and then just set up a small Thunderdome? It's not really a Thunderdome because Simamar has been eaten by the black holes.
As you guys were doing your tour, you did see several other like destination hotel type things, like so you could have a room with a view of the dinosaurs, or there is a town further deeper into the place.
I feel like the hotels in the park might be more expensive than the ones in the town, but it's not like we're hurting at all for money. So maybe there. What do you guys think? Or well, actually, is Riven back yet?
No,
Yep, I'm back.
So
he as the player is back, but he as the character is still in Dragonite Rider Isle.
Yes.
okay. Do you want to handle his side of things first and see when he comes back? Because I remember we handled the dragon adventure, or the dinosaur adventure, and I don't know what he was doing at the Dragon Island.
What were you doing for the last 5 hours, Irvin?
I have been studying, trying to get any knowledge that I can to further my study towards becoming a magus, as well as trying to figure out more of this crystal. The crystal is kind of like secondary because I know that it will come with time and it will show itself when it's appropriate. So like if I pull something great, if I don't, totally understandable, but more of just trying to figure out how to stop breaking the goddamn rules in this fucking of all these fucking rules.
There's only 3.
Yeah. And we continue to fucking break them. So there is a problem.
Wish
And
you
it is
might.
me.
I feel like wasn't there a Dragon Rider manual he got?
Yeah. There was.
It was Dragon Rider manual. The manual is a little bit old. He's also gotten some teachings firsthand from other stuff, but um, as far as like trying to learn more about becoming a magus? Is that what you're?
Mhm.
It would just they have a library on Dragon Rider Island. There are other maguses. Would you want to read or?
I would probably try to reach out to Carcoon first to see if he had any insight or a preference. And then if there is if no response, I would probably seek out whoever is available because I know there's very few maguses left of who would be like the most experienced and available.
Chirp chirp. There
Um,
might be a librarian. Chirp chirp.
yeah. And then if they point me to a library, I'll go that way. If not, I'll go teach under learn under somebody. But just to kind of get like a better understanding of this because I'm used to wizard magic. I'm not used to this magic. And it's becoming more I guess easily castable and like a better understanding, but I think just trying to navigate that with less roadblocks would be ideal. AKA me breaking the rules. Kind of like the same thing I used to do in the library in Levin's place, where I just like studied. But if there's an easier conduit for information, I am open as long as it is not going to get me into more trouble.
Well, Karkarin would say, seeing how you are on the Dragon Rider Isle, his old master resides in the library.
Sounds perfect to
He's
me.
the he's normally where you go to be taught to become a magus.
Yeah, if I'm able while you guys are doing that to figure out like while they're having fun in the Dino Land and checking all that stuff out, if I'm able to further my knowledge and get a better understanding and grasp of kind of what's going on, I would easily seek that out.
Jet, because of things has changed, like the system has changed like 3 different times since then. I don't know his name because I wrote down on the original Carcon. Not
I will get back to you on that. I have him in my notes though.
so as you go to the library, it's books upon books upon books, scrolls all over the place, scrolls that swarm to form a scroll creature, moving, putting books away. Uh, a group of scrolls will come over to you. And like a page stops scrolling and it looks in front of you and it says, "What are you here for?"
I am a novice magus writer, I guess would be the description. Like, I'm just trying to further my understanding of the power that has been instilled to me to better aid dragons and break less rules.
It will say, do you want to read a book or talk to a writer?
Which would be more beneficial, I would ask.
It shrugs and motions for you to follow.
I would
And you
follow.
go up a long spiral staircase. You will see a gentleman in purple robes flipping through 4 different books at a time. All the books are floating around him. As you come up behind him, he goes, a magus that I have not trained before. How can I help you? He says without turning around.
I seek to further my knowledge in the ways of the Magus. I'm trying to navigate blindly. I've had great leaders, but I'm still am failing in certain aspects, so I would like to refine these.
In order for me to understand this more, start from the beginning.
Slightly confused, I'd be like the very beginning? Before I was a dragon rider, or now? Since I became a dragon rider.
In order for me to understand you more, or understand you correctly, I will need your full story, Riven.
Okay. Do you want me to actually do that, or do you want me to?
No.
So we'll do
Once
like
you
an
go through the
abbreviated.
thing. Yeah.
Like, basically started off as a wizard, grew through the knowledges, got 2 epic levels, gained boons from gods, fought deities. I basically stopped adventuring as a wizard, and at roughly, I would say like extreme heights, I had blessings from the goddess of magic and several other people. I was a pupil under Levin, and I was gave up all of that to become a dragon rider magus due to an entity that our party was attempting to fight, but did not have the power at the time to defeat him. I believe you probably know him, and I would say tragedy. He gave up all that power, and Lady Honora gave me the blessing of becoming a dragon rider. And I have since started my journey. I still have a few artifacts and items that have helped me in my journey so far, of extreme power, but I try to use them as little as possible because I don't need to draw unnecessary attention to myself. And then I have this guy, and I would point to the axiom strapped to my back on the saddle with his.
So you don't want to draw unnecessary attention to yourself.
Yep.
You're walking around in the robes
Yep.
of the goddess of magic. You
Uh,
have an untamed power strapped to your back.
Yep.
You have a crystal that leaks magic because it holds too much.
Yep.
You gave up epic levels to start over again.
I did.
Your cup is too full. It is hard to teach those who already know everything. It is hard for one that has controlled the elements of which you have to hold back. This will take time.
I am learning that quickly.
They will pull a book off the shelf and have you start reading.
Mm.
It's 7 ways of self-improvement and how to have self-control.
It's a great start. I'll sit down and start reading.
Written by Carcoon Auntie.
Is he on the front with just like a thumbs up as like the book cover?
No, there's no picture.
Damn it.
There's no pictures. How is he supposed to read it then?
Good, exactly. Like the Tony Robinson of the self motivation. Just like
Step 1, always use Fireball instead of Firebolt. It's less powerful.
Bad part is, from Carcoon's perspective, that's not wrong. Man could throw a firebolt and down a level 20.
How long are you willing to spend reading?
until the group messaged me back.
All
So I
right.
would just be
Roll a insight check. As you're doing this, Axiom's gonna move over and he's gonna start reading a couple books too.
I'm home and logging in now.
Okay.
I'm gonna scratch his head while he's reading, just like you would have done. Unless he tells me no.
I know what you're doing. I know what Field's doing. He's training and whatnot. As far as Vondor and Trahoun and the cardboard cutout of Simamar, what are you doing?
So we are all gathered just outside the park, I imagine, and looking to my friends, the cardboard cutout, Vondar, and Ruben is not home yet, it seems, so or back. So I'm going to contact him, see where he stands, and I will cast sending if somebody can roll a d20 for me. tell me the result, and try to connect with Riven.
So a D100 for the.
Yeah, that'll work. D100, D20. Cool, it goes through. Riven, we are wrapping up here at the park. We're wondering if you are going to join us, or if you need more time. Please let me know.
I would send back. I will join once we are ready to go. I have a lot of studying left to do.
Okay. We'll relay this to the group. You all want to bed down for the night at the local hotel? Vondar?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll do, Grim, is we'll go and get some reservations, and I will pay for everybody.
Are you staying in the park or are you staying just in town?
We're staying at the park. Because I
100
assume the
iridium a
hotel's
night.
100 iridium a night per person, or for all of us.
For the room. And do you want, is everyone sleeping in the same bed? Or do you want cots?
No. We are not sleeping in the same
10
bed.
iridium, a cot. So 120 if you want the bed and or the room and 2 additional cots.
Sure. Hand over the money.
All right. They take you. Boom. You have a nice view. You look out your left side and you have the aquatic area, and you look out the right side and you can see the avian ones. The cots are not your typical cots. They're like nice fluffy beds.
Wait, so it was 120 total or 120?
120 total.
Okay, cool. I need to make order to draw next time we're in the Black City, although that might be challenged with my new identity.
Go for it. Do it.
We're not in the Black City. This is not a problem yet.
Just settling down for the long rest and nothing else.
Yep. Maybe set a watch of some sort.
Pretty sure this place is secure.
I'll have my. You know what? I'll cast alarm on the door and windows, and that will be our security.
All right. Five hours goes by. For you, that needs 5 hours. What are you doing when you are done with your trance? Found?
Nothing for today. Just or nothing out of the usual. Just studying my spell book, preparing my spells, and getting ready for the day. Letting Vondar sleep as he needs.
Yeah. Full 10-hour shift goes by. No issues. You see a couple splashes from the aquatic area as you're up, but nothing, no peeps, no one bugs you.
Perfect. The next morning, I will cast another sending to Riven.
The wee
And
hours of the morning.
yeah, once Vondar looks like he's stirring and getting ready to get up and start his day, I will cast first thing in the morning, sending for Riven.
Roll a D100. There you go.
There you go. We're ready to go. If you are, we're at insert location here. Name of the tavern. Name of the inn.
I would use my ring. I'll say I would tell the guy, assuming he's still letting me read, that
But he went to bed a long time ago.
And then, yep, I'd be ready. I would have slept 5 hours at some point during that. I still don't think that gets rid of my.
No.
Yeah, I think I have another day before I get rid of one. Or is it 3 days total?
Uh 4 days total. 2 days to
Yeah,
get rid of one,
But
2 days to get rid of
2 days
another.
to get rid of one. I wasn't sure if it was 3 days to get rid of one. It's just 2. Okay.
Where are you attempting to go there, Riven?
Just back to the cart with the ring.
Roll a D1, a 29. As you do your ring, and the power takes you and Axiom. Do not arrive at the cart. You look
Right.
around at this vast field of beauty, of serenity. Something stirs within inside of you. You might have been here before.
Oh no. I'm gonna use my ring again in a panic because I have an idea what this is.
As you turn your ring, roll a perception.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, hold on. Do I have advantage on this, or is it just? Do I know? I don't think I do. I guess not. Okay. Don't close that.
Where are you going?
Activate my ring.
Where are you going?
Oh, wherever the hell it takes me besides here. Does can I do a history check? Does this seem like I know exactly what it is?
If you want to stay here,
I
you can do
don't.
a history check.
I don't.
Do you want to activate the ring or do a history check?
Oh god. Do I hear anything around me?
You rolled a 9 on perception.
Was it 9? I thought it was 12. Oh, it is 9. Yeah, no, I'm activating the ring.
Where are you trying to go?
Back to Dragon Rider or the cart. No, it has to take me back to Dragon Rider, right? Because I'm not there, so it has to return me back to Dragon Island.
Well, it never returned him back to the original place, Jet. So how does that work?
That's a good question. Shenanigans occurred.
So
I would say it would probably just take him back to the Dragon Rider Isle, just because that's kind of how it works. So he's reset the loop by going to a different plane.
Which means
So-
if
so
I
now-
use it again,
now
it's
this
gonna take
place
me-
is your original destination,
Yeah.
and you return to Dragon Ride Isle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Ton of them.
Meanwhile, I'm getting ready for the day. I'm doing my hair. I'm getting ready. Just waiting for Riven to show up.
We're in panic mode right now. And it's because of the player, not because of this character. This is my title. I was like, wait a second. Beautiful fields. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Do I hear a barbarian screaming because he's the janitor with the fucking feet that I'm scared of for campaign?
Just keep rolling ones on that D29 for me, please.
I don't want to roll any more D29s, okay? It's fine if literally anybody else ends up there besides me.
What do you do once you return to Dragon Ride Island?
Once I get there, I would knowing how the ring works, I think Riven would assume that since it always takes him back to the original place, that if whatever happened it bugged out, I would assume that it would reset to wherever I was because it wasn't Dragon Rider Island. So I would probably try to ask a Magus to teleport me there, or the guy I was teaching under, or learning under, not teaching.
So Jet, I know you said we figured out Dragon Rider Island runs out that 24-hour clock, right? What happens when is it like 6 hours ahead for him? So is it actually time where people are waking up, or is it just he's at 2 o'clock in the morning there too?
Well, it prompted it. What prompted him to start moving was when I sent him the message.
Yeah, so I don't know what time it is in Dragon Rider Island is what I'm trying to figure out. Because if it's 2 o'clock in the morning on Dragon Rider Island, ain't no one gonna be up.
Wait, so is this because of the time difference between the two?
-5. Or -9. No, I was right, -5. So it's whatever time on material plane -5 is Dragon Rider time.
So it's probably like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. I would assume, right?
Well, it's 2 in the morning on the material plane, so that makes it
9?
2100.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. 9
Yeah.
o'clock at night.
Oh, odd or even then, Riven.
To see if it closes early today. Even.
Roll D100, sir.
Let's see what we got. Damn it!
Yeah, early to bed, early to rise
This
keeps
sucks.
the magus healthy and wise.
All right. I'm gonna tell them to go on without me because I'm fucking stuck, and just keep studying.
Roll D100. You're just trying to send to the prime material plane.
No, it was response to my message, right?
No, that's not how that would work. He would not be able
Oh,
to
okay.
respond to your message after teleporting.
Fair enough. Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so he just didn't respond.
Yep.
And now you get, I'm stuck. Go on without me.
Yep.
Does he sound distressed?
Yes.
After where I ended up, yes. 100%.
I mean, you said you were in panic mode, so that's a
Oh.
distress, right?
Oh yeah.
Gonna cast sending
Beautiful
again.
fields with no idea what to do, but a bright idea of what it is. Yeah, that's panic mode.
I'm gonna cast sending one more time. Are you sure? Do you need assistance or intervention? Or do you need me to leave and continue our way?
I don't think there's anybody that can get me. Unless does Vondar have a cubic gate to here?
He does. You know he does.
It doesn't
cast
connect to
it.
that plane.
Yeah, I was like, is it this character or is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to Vondar, I'm thinking. I'm trying to put two and two in my head and get 5. I need 2 hours to start learning gate, and then I can maybe pull him out. I'm saying this to Vondar for any input he has on that.
There's nothing I can do.
Okay. Past a third sending.
Aha! I finally found a way to use up your spell points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm at 36 spell points remaining. I'll be fine. I get spell points back hourly, and I have arcane recovery. I'll be fine. Fucking cast sending again. Give me 2-ish hours, and then I will attempt to pull you out via gate. Unless you figure yourself out by then. Let me know.
So if nothing else is going on, I will fast forward 2 hours.
Okay. But I get 10 spell points back.
2 hours? You get 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
I have
And now you have gate.
Yep. And stand by, let me import it. Yeah, I learned gate quickly through inscription. So it's actually oh yeah, that's how I've been learning all these 9th level spells so quickly. It's because I use it, but that's a ritual, so this is technically 2 hours 10 minutes. I get gate, and then I am going to use recollection savant to cast a spell out of my spell book that I don't have prepared, which in this case is gate. Yes, consume spell slot. Or I don't have spell slots anyway. That is another 13 spell points. out. So now I'm at 33 out of 51. And I will use a gate to pull Riven back into our plane.
Okay. As you do this, like there's usually like a spin on the magics. Sometimes it's a skeleton dragon claw, an emerald dragon claw. Like, what is this gate which is pulling him through?
Is that a me question?
It is your spell, so yes.
It is a silverish blue kind of swirling gate of energy, mildly tinted pink at the fringes. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Riven.
Yes.
Marcus, your name. Oh, wow. Old
My
notes
name?
from me. Okay, cool. This portal, which you just described, opens up. Your name is called. You feel forced to come through this gate. As you step forward,
Psst. Psst.
you get blocked.
I hate to be that guy, but there's a slight problem. He would have never left Elysium. Going through your notes, I have the writer's ring rank 2 in front of me. The teleport is only once a day.
Fun fact, Rowan's gate also connects to Elysium.
Oh my god. Okay.
So-
We're idiots.
So retroactively, if I was stuck on Elysium, I would have immediately pulled out my card and started sending every message of "I'm stuck in Elysium."
Okay.
Oh God, please help me!
So as you do that and you turn around and you see a guy with a broom running at you.
Oh shit! I just start running as I'm
So,
sending.
Roran, do you roll D100? Well, you rolled a million 100s because your sending's all right. So we're just going to use one of those. Roran, do you attempt to pull him?
I can't. Rowan, not Bondar.
Oh, motherfucker!
Yep.
It's Vondar. All right. So, who are you sending to then?
Me? Is there like a
Driven.
group chat in the through the guild card? Is that,
Oh sure,
God.
yeah. I think people have spat that out at the full group before.
Everybody, and then I would be on my broom trying to fly before that guy can catch me.
So
Yeah,
as soon as you type, you get pulled through a wormhole.
I do.
is it my
Yes.
wormhole?
Not your wormhole.
Nope.
You haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I know.
If
who
you
he is.
still want to spend the next 2 hours to get gate, you can.
I mean,
Save it.
yeah, unless something interrupts that 2 hours. Because I don't know that Riven is going to figure his own shit out. I told him, "Oh hey, wait 2 hours, 2ish hours, unless you figure yourself out."
I imagine Riven's just like sprinting, trying to get the broom to work, as he's like spam sending messages, and like every other one's like failed to send, send, sender cannot receive. Oh crap!
Yeah, I'd be like, honestly, there's nothing I can do. I don't think there's anything Vondar can do. So yeah, if you wanted to start on calling divine favors to like Carcoon or Honora, that might be more effective.
I'm pretty sure I looped in failed.
Or Feldnot, yeah, sure.
You find yourself in an endless expanse of black.
You know, honestly,
And
this is
actually,
better.
this isn't the first time you've been here. There's a crater that wasn't here before.
You've been redecorating.
and you see you're like at the lip of the crater, down about 150 feet. You can see Feld not just like punching the ground as he keeps making the crater bigger and bigger.
Well, thanks for the save. That guy almost got me.
Oh, avoid pissing off the janitorial staff.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was that other guy. Yeah, I think he did some things with Thea's book. Pissed off and killed a lot of people.
Lucky for you, I have both of my things prepped as he opens a portal underneath you that would land you on top of Vestile's head.
All right, say it as I fall.
Me!
But does it?
I'm studying.
Wait, do you know? Tell me, you guys have seen the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
Or like when they're in the garbage chute and the doors just open, they just fall. Like that's what I pictured. I need 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that.
So as the portal that field opens up for you to get dropped on top of Vestile, you get pulled to the portal and you get stuck.
Oh shit.
Grim, why
into
must you
Feld's
hurt
place
me?
or out of Feld's place?
Grim, why must you hurt me? I found your joke book in your old character sheet. You son of a bitch. There's like 50 knock knock jokes in here.
Does that mean you're about to get struck by lightning every time you read one?
No, this is a past event. Plus the being that it would hit probably wouldn't kill him anyway.
Was this the lawyer thingy? Or was this Bubblegum that did the knock knock jokes?
No, this is Garcoon. I'm looking at
Oh.
his very first character sheet because remember he said in his original character sheet he wrote down the Magus' name. That's why you now have the name of the Magus.
Oh,
Because I went and I opened the original campaign to find it. And then I'm looking through a sheet to make sure there's nothing else he needs for notes, and all of a sudden I find fucking knock knock jokes and puns and 50 billion more jokes in here. It's no wonder why you couldn't open your character sheet. It's fucking full of things.
You know, Carcoon never seemed like the kind of guy to like jokes.
I mean, you only knew Carcoon after the fact. This was campaign 1 when he was
Yeah.
still mortal and didn't have to live through 1,000+ years of bullshit. Anyway. Yeah, you're doing okay there. You go help him out. As you see two like shadowy creatures that look sort of like miniature Feldnots come over and like grab an arm and start just like trying to shove you down.
Wait! Oh God!
Hey, do I see like two legs of Feldnot above me?
Ribbon.
Maybe 2 legs of Riven.
Well,
no, Revan,
you see
yeah.
the portal, and you see a Riven on the other side, flat up against it, and like some shadows trying to push him through.
You would hear me. You would hear
I'm
Riven.
gonna-
God, I knew I should have laid off the donuts.
I'm gonna step out of the way of the portal.
Does the portal follow her as she moves, or does it stay in place? Oh, it does follow.
Why?
Because it's an anime power.
It's
And
always
it's tied to
watching.
directly above you.
Every one of the portals is every one of Feldnot's portals, not pocket dimensions, portals are tied to a party member's space just above their head.
I mean, it's happened to me several times. In
Riven's
fact,
just the easiest
many
target.
times. Yeah. You would hear Riven say, "It won't hurt, I swear."
It's fine. I'm tough, but like, I'm more worried about you right now.
I got this. Just hold on. They're gonna push me through.
As there is some sort of force keeping you from going through this portal.
Is he like barred from the material plane now?
How high up is he?
Like just above my head, so maybe about
Yeah.
like 6 feet off the ground.
All right, can I jump up and grab his ankle?
Yes, you jump up, you go through the portal, no problem, and you grab his ankle on the other side, and it won't come through the portal. Rondar,
Can
what is
I?
your passive perception?
Passive is 29.
As your hands go through the portal, you're taken back to a time when you wanted to swim in a lake of acid, and a ooze coated you so that you could go through this acid without being hurt. And you put your hands through Field's portal, you feel like your arms are coated in ooze.
Okay. Oh, I'm still going to try my original plan, which is attempting to thunderstep with him to teleport him through the portal.
While this
Okay.
is going on, I am going to walk to the window, if I may, and
Yep.
I am going to misty step outside of the inn so that whatever happens here, we don't fucking break shit.
You should go to the Adventurers Guild.
No.
So, Bondar, as you are you are part way through, you're getting ready to cast. Bastille or Fanuna, Fion moves to the
Shion.
side, Shion, and teleports outside the building, as the portal you were in breaks through the wall to follow her. And then you cast Thunderstep. Unfortunately, it leaves Riven behind.
I just picture like Riven consistently getting just slammed against like solid, unbreakable glass just over and over. Just oh god. I'm gonna yell to Feld as I'm pressed up against a glass. What the hell is this? Why can't I get out?
You hear the rhythmic thumping that has been going on since you got there stop. Hold on.
I'll shout through the portal. It feels like there's some weird mist ooze thing that is coating him as he tries to pass through.
He gets
Just
up there
let
and
him-
kind of like kneels down and touches Riven and closes his eyes for a second. By the way, he looks drastically different than when you remember last, Riven.
Does he?
His picture on the screen is actually accurate. Oh, well, you're fucked. As he stands up, brushes himself off. Nothing I can do about that.
What the hell is it?
Somehow you blocked something stronger than any deity I've ever met, and that includes my father.
Wait, what? I've locked or blocked?
No, you've been blocked by a deity stronger than my father.
Oh, great. Is it the janitorial staff from Elysium?
I don't think they're gods, but I also cannot confirm nor deny it.
There's just one guy. He just keeps chasing after me in my dreams.
Do I know of any gods associated with slime or ooze?
I mean, Akito's technically associated because he is one.
Roll religion. This would be obscure, to say the least.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And when you do come, your first thing is you do know that I will give you that that Akito is part slime, and
Okay.
he is a god.
What soul save?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you for being number 2.
It'll be relevant later.
All right. Um,
With me being stuck, I would probably try to send sendings to any of the deities that I know to get any type of response to figure out what the hell's going on.
can he go back the other way, or is he literally stuck in the portal?
Technically, no, because he's being pushed by 2 shadows. But if they weren't pushing, sure.
Shoo shoo. Shoo shoo.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll an insight.
Oh, my favorite. I do so well at these.
Vondar said when he, because you said this out loud, right, Vondar? That when you put your hands through, you were covered in slime.
Yeah.
Was 4 days ago. Some slime called you limp dick,
Uh huh.
and you
Oh,
eradicated him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! Is that...
Oh, you thought he was petty with you, Vistiel.
I just get on my knees and I scream, "You petty son of a bitch! I hate you!"
You see Feldmont like instantly teleport like 500 feet away from you.
Close the portal!
Fucking smite me! I know it's coming.
Oh no, he could. Oh no, that would be funnier. Oh yeah, sorry, I can send that to you right away.
What?
It's all good. Nothing you need.
You know what, I'll just put in the stream chat. Make it easier on you.
So I never did cast Gate, correct?
Correct.
I
At
didn't
this
even
point,
learn it. Okay, cool.
you're technically still in mid of learning it, so you have whatever time you've put towards
I was,
it already.
yeah, I was interrupted. That's fine. I'll get it some other time.
Riven.
Yep.
Are you still over the portal?
I mean, I'm not being held by ghosts, right?
No.
I mean, I imagine I'm trying to touch it, but it's probably just solid, so I can't actually make it through.
As you go to touch it, your hand starts to dissolve.
Yep.
It shrinks.
All right.
Portal starts to get bigger. It starts to get bigger.
Can I still feel the hand, or does it feel gone?
Feels gone.
I looked at Feld.
As you turn around, you turn and you see Axiom with a cocked head looking at you as he towers over you.
Oh, for me, like shrinking?
Yes.
And tell him, see you, buddy.
I thought he would have stricken him with impotence. It seems like a fitting fate.
As you talk, you jiggle a little.
Oh no. Oh no.
God, I hate this.
Riven.
Yep.
Roll a d3. You get a picture from Axiom because you guys have a mental link.
Mm-hmm.
See that slime I posted?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Why are you a slime?"
That's a great question. Next question. I'd look at him and I'd be like, you know all those times you burnt me for drawing blood? That's why.
Because you didn't read your manual to know you need
I
to get
didn't
the
read my
proper
manual.
tool. There's 5 items in the manual. There's only 5 items in there.
Hey,
When you
Axiom.
look up equipment, it's 5.
Axiom, listen to me, bud. Right now
Look
is
at my
not the
hand.
time.
There's 5.
Is this Axiom I'm talking to?
Yes.
You could have used your heads. You would have had 2 extra.
May I have a second to do a thing?
You may have 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Cool. I'm looking
20
at
minutes.
this. I'm looking at this wall. It was destroyed by the portal, right?
Correct.
I've physically damaged the inn.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast fucking wish. Stupidest use of this spell, but I'm casting wish. To replicate fabricate to fix the damn wall.
As you guys are outside and you're looking through and you see the portal and you see Riven turn into a little blue slime through the portal, you do your thing. The wall completely sealed up.
Cool. It's such a stupid use of that spell. First time I've cast Wish, but I'm just kind of giddy that I actually pulled it off. Anyway, that's all I had.
Well, interesting development.
Yep, you don't say. As I shimmy.
I try nudging him towards the portal now.
You know, I think you can just bury me at the bottom of that cave. I think I'd rather be down there.
Can I see he's a slime?
Yes.
I don't think I can true polymorph that. I don't think that that's going to be a thing that's going to work.
You just hear me mutter. Lucy is gonna be pissed that the robes are covered in ooze.
You get
I kind
pushed
of look.
through the portal and you fall on top of Shone.
Just did my hair, and then I kind of. I don't know. Can you just get off of me, please?
Yeah, I'm trying. It's weird to kind of move like this.
When you go from being a bipedal organism to having no limbs for mobility, but it's kind of like just willing yourself to move. Oh, that would be so weird.
Axiom comes through, picks you up, puts you on his back.
I kind of cradle teacher Lucia doll in my hands, or not really cradle, but just hold. So apparently the robes. This is something that should concern you. Apparently, the robes are covered in slime. Now, do you know how to fix this?
Oh, she's not gonna touch this.
Unfortunately, the being who inflicted this upon him is stronger than I am.
Okay, so true polymorph is out.
Oh,
I'm sure this is just to teach him some sort of lesson.
that when somebody calls me limp dick to let him go, that's a shitty lesson.
More like, as a rider, you're not supposed to abuse your power.
I wasn't abusing. It was
You
teaching him
dropped a-
lesson.
You all hear in your head, would you have rather me smote you?
Rather me what?
Mote. You asked to be smited. I went lenient.
We all hear this
This-
in our head.
This is lenient.
Yes.
I look as I try to hold up arms and they just kind of drip down like.
All of the powerful divines in our proximity right now are yelling at Riven.
Oh, trust me, I have a plethora of voices in my head probably screaming at me right now.
You'll notice the portal is no longer open.
Yeah. Thanks, failed. I'd yell as I'm dripping and my mouth kind of like drips to the side. Starting to look like a seizure patient over here. Or sorry, stroke.
It's the wide eyes and smile for me.
Yeah. It's the I no longer have a physical body for me.
Can we see the picture of what he looks like now?
It's
I
in
put
the
it in
Discord.
Monday chat.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, the OG traditional dragon,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
dragon, or what was it?
Dragon Age.
Quest.
Yeah, Dragon Quest. You're right. You're right.
Cute little blue slime.
Yep.
That is where bubblegum started.
So how long does this last? Years? Decades? Millennia?
Probably until he says he's satisfied. Well,
You get no response.
I guess there's nothing to do now but continue. You know, sometimes we get poison hands, sometimes we get turned into slimes, sometimes we get accused of attempted regicide and war crimes. It happens.
It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Most of your group is together. Field chose to shut the portal, and I assume he shut with himself on the other side.
Yes, unless they tell me they're in dire need of my fists, I am going to continue working on what I was working on.
I'm gonna kind of take my hands and kind of scoop up Riven and kind of look at Axiom. I think maybe it's time for uh, a reversal of roles here, and I just kind of like set it wherever Axiom wants him. On the back, neck, or head, wherever.
Upper back, lower neck. Yep.
Kind of set him down there. And okay, I'm gonna go get the cart ready. Or do we have it stored in a pocket dimension somewhere?
I believe you guys drove it into town and fell not left before you could store it, so it's probably in parking lot.
In the parking lot. Great. Okay. Head on over there and start getting on our way, I guess.
Which way do you head out of town?
North, right?
Yeah.
Northeast-ish, yeah.
Yeah. Along the road through the hills. And I think Vondar will be driving while I am on watch.
Riven. Do you cast Tireless?
Is he there, Riven?
I am now. Sorry, I had to step away. I had a phone call for work.
Do you cast Tireless?
Can I? Can I? I don't even think I could probably. I don't even have hands. I can barely speak.
Can you do his somatic components, sticking out little arms of slime and waving them
Oh, actually,
around?
hold on. Doesn't the ancient language remove verbal? Or no, somatic, right? And isn't it strictly verbal?
Do you have a list of words somewhere?
I do. I know tireless is one of them. That's the only reason.
You're able to cast Tireless.
Okay. I know tireless and my fire lightning ball are both ancient, but I imagine everything else, since I have to do hand stuff, doesn't exactly work because I have no hands as I hold up wavy, goopy slime. I'm like, do you know how hard it is to hold this form without just oozing all over the floor? I feel like I should be in a fish tank right now.
Do you want to be
I mean,
Axiomaps?
I don't, not particularly, but I don't know how many options I have. This is going to take some getting used to.
Well, we have plenty of time on the road.
All right. Yeah, so I'd cast Tireless on everyone. I would imagine I would probably lose a little bit of slime every time I touch somebody. A little drop here, a little drop there.
I'm sure if slimes don't
Normal
get used
slimes
up.
don't. But the difference is this is brand new.
Oh, you're like the base bottom level slime, I guess.
Yeah,
Also, someone who
Okay.
has almost no idea how to control it.
exactly.
Well, maybe I don't know. What does slimes eat? Maybe we can feed you, and that will turn into more slime, so that you're okay. I don't know. What do slimes eat? Can I make a nature check?
You can always try.
24. What do slimes eat?
From everything that you've ever studied, you don't know that they don't. You as far as you know, they eat everything.
They are beyond omnivorous.
There is not something that you haven't heard that they eat.
Yeah, maybe just eat something if you're feeling a little small, I guess. I don't know. Or you're losing things. I'm gonna be on the lookout for trouble while we're under the way. Uh, is he capable of different facial expressions, or is it always just a smile?
I'm a stroke patient. One face.
Poor Riven. I have no idea this all started just because I called him a limp dick. You're muted.
Yeah, I needed to be. So you head north. As you pass through the inner workings of the city, is where you see um, the city. There's a lot of slimes in the city. You pass through. It seemed like a lot of the elves worked in the dinosaur park. You get a ride across the river. As you reach the foothills. Who's driving and who's watching?
I am watching. I think Vondar is driving.
If no one else, sure.
Well, you could try to let Riven do it, but
I mean, I can drive if you want me to. Riven, or not Riven, Vondar. It's up to you.
No, it's fine.
26 on perception.
You see up ahead as the trail, kind of cuts a little bit through the hillside. You can see on the left side and on the right side these caves. They look to be 30 foot in diameter.
In the hills?
Yes.
Okay. Just keeping an eye on them, make sure nothing accosts us out of it.
As you get closer, these caves seem to be like you might be a little bit used to fire. Things how up till recently you didn't have any spells that weren't fire. You can tell whatever made these caves burnt them through with an intense heat.
Jesus. Hey, Vondar, do you mind if we stop for a little bit, take a break?
Why?
I wanna scratch an itch of curiosity.
All
It
right.
won't take too long. I'm gonna go up to one of the caves and kind of just look at it, try to see if I can determine how old these structures are. I don't know if you want a nature check or an investigation check or something, or a history maybe.
Usually, like when you're trying to discover, like I think history would be more like learnt.
Yeah, history would have been more like, oh, hey, have I ever read about these locations
Yeah.
before? Investigation or nature would be, oh, hey, I'm examining the rocks or the
Or
environment around
survival,
me.
one of those three,
Okay,
depending on which one you want to do. It's all good.
yeah,
You
I will
get
do
different information.
I will do investigation, I think. 30.
As you're looking, the one that you first come up to looks like it's a couple months old, but like the next one right next to it looks like a day old.
I'm gonna go to the one that looks like it's a day old, and like maybe I even still feel the heat on the rocks. I'm gonna touch the rock for a minute and look back into its past.
See one of those things filling in a hole.
All right, Rimaraz. All right.
And this thing is
Yeah.
as big as the hole. It fills in as it reverses out of it.
I, the player, know what these are, but can Shion infer that these are bigger than normal Rimaraz? Or do they seem about average sized?
I don't know if you have ever studied the difference in Remoras.
Okay. All right. I will kind of put that back down. Just kind of listen into the hole to see if I hear anything.
Nothing currently.
Okay. I will head back to the cart, hop on up, and say there have been some Rimaraz here, apparently, is what I saw. So let's keep that in mind.
All right, and I'll take the card out.
As you get going, you get back on the cart, you start heading. You all feel the ground start to shake. As you see several of those pop their heads out of holes. Three on one side of the road and three on the other. What do you want to do?
Are they being aggressive? Grim?
Yes, as they break through, they are breaking dirt, boulders, and whatnot, coming crashing down onto the road.
How long would you say it's been since we left? How many hours?
I would say 5.
Okay. I am going to cast spike growth on between us and some of the Remoraz. As a defensive measure. Well, actually, can they even catch us in this cart?
That's why I asked what you're doing.
Vondar, pedal to the metal.
Yeah, I'll try to speed past them.
Can you roll an animal handling? Unless you already did for the day.
No.
As you are passing by all those boulders and rocks coming out, can everyone roll a deck save that is on the cart? And for your for Axiom? As you burst through all these rocks and whatnot, Shone and Riven, you'll take 34 points of bludgeoning damage from the rocks, and Vondar and Axiom will take 17. But you fly through, and you're able to get away from everything else. Is anyone doing anything as you are traveling on the cart?
Trying to keep steady. Looking out. Making sure the Remoraz are falling behind.
Uh, the second like you guys burst past them, they kind of like dive down in the ground again, but you don't
Okay.
see them, and you don't feel the earth shake again.
Wonderful. Continuing on our way.
Control. There we go. Bam. 3 hours further. Joan,
Yes.
you see bounding through the hills 21 Kurin.
Kryn?
Did we already delete them out of here?
Check homebrew
Like,
creatures.
Thrycrin?
No. Uh, where is homebrew creatures, Chet?
Compendium. Oh, it's not another of them either. Hold on. Official creatures. Nope. Alright, I guess we'll have to import one. That'll be fixed with my next phase. I didn't realize we deleted one because I didn't do it.
Importing now. Those bounding through the hills.
Oh, Kieran.
As you travel past them, another 5 hours goes by.
Mm-hmm.
You spot uh, several carts coming this way. And you rolled a 26 for the
Yeah.
perception on your watch.
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer, there's a small group of gnolls in each cart. There's 3 carts.
The gnolls are driving the carts, or they are passengers or prisoners of the carts.
There are gnolls driving. There are no passengers, and possibly no prisoners. You don't know.
Okay. Gnolls. Typically, they are not the most friendly of individuals, but if they are.
And as you say that, you see several of them stand up and start swinging flails as you guys are driving at them and they're driving at you.
Oh, fun. Okay, yeah, this is where we are now.
I wave back.
You want to try to juke them and get past them?
Fondar. 2 gnolls start waving back, and then they get smacked by the ones next to them.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, this is
There looks to be about 5 gnolls on each cart. There's 3 carts.
Okay.
I don't think we should attack first, definitely.
How big are? Nah, it's not gonna help. I guess darkness over us, and then they won't be able to see us to hit us. 15-foot radius would cover the whole cart.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, because that's a 30-foot circle. So
Yeah, I'll
you
wait
can do
until
that.
we. If you want to try to evade them, I can do that.
I mean, yeah, let's get like around them and
As you
the
start to
darkness
get
will hopefully.
closer, you see several of them start casting spells.
Darkness
Do I?
over us. They
Yeah,
can't
do
see
I
us.
see?
As this is going on, what are you doing, Sean? As
I'm asking, do I see, or I can't see through the darkness? Or this
as
magical darkness.
you guys haven't done the darkness yet, you won't be able to see
Okay.
through it, right? As you guys were coming up on each other, and they started to get closer, a bunch of the gnolls started casting spells. Vondar starts to cast a spell. Are you doing anything in reaction to that, or are you just going to let Vondar do his thing?
I'm just gonna let the Wanderer do his thing.
Vondar, as you finish your casting and they finish their castings, you see around all the gnolls, you see these circles of little gnolls running around, biting and gnawing and mashing. Almost seems like they all casted Spirit Guardians.
Oh, fun.
You and your darkness, how do you want to advance?
Um, you know what? I'm gonna cast Gate right in front of us and take us to the plane of air.
That's one way to do it.
How long do you leave the gate open for?
Just so we get through.
As the gnolls are charging in, the darkness gets closer. Then all of a sudden, the darkness disappears. You guys are now on the plane of air.
I'm just gonna use another gate to take us past where the gnolls were.
Are you
Just
keeping
as
darkness up?
no reason to.
Gotcha.
About as far as I could have seen before we went through the gate. That's how far up the road we'd be going.
Gotcha. Bondar, as you bring yourself back to the material planes, and you turn around to see, and you see a couple of gnolls pointing back at you. Um, and you see two of the carts turn head on into each other, but the other one makes a perfect turn. But you are pretty sure you are faster than they are, because
Yeah.
they did not have tireless blue chocobos. All right. You're about 16 hours into your journey. 1800 comes around. It's starting to get dark. You break through the edge of the foothills. As you start to come down, there's this massive wall. As the twilight's coming down, it's just enormous. It is taller than anything you've ever seen before. And stretches into the darkness. You can see two lights ahead of you. Just before it gets too dark to see, it looks like they are probably positioned to the left and right side of the road when it meets the wall.
Are there any guards or any sentries?
As you travel a bit further and the lights get closer, still a good distance away, eventually, once it starts to clear good enough for you to be able to see at the lights, you see 4 guards. But it looks like it'd take you a good hour to get there.
Okay. Do we have to rest here, or could we push forward past the gate before we rest? Or would we risk exhaustion if we're doing that?
With Tireless, you have 29 hours. You are,
Okay,
once you get to the gates, you'll be 17 hours into your trip.
cool. Maybe we should try to get past the border tonight and then rest up on the other side.
Makes sense.
Before we delve forth into the forest.
As you close the gap, the hour goes by. You see 4 guards there. And what you couldn't make out before was just behind them. There is a gate. This that marks across the whole road, and on the left side and on the right side, behind the light, you can just catch like a tent.
Just a tent.
On each side, like, where they take their rest or whatnot. As you guys get closer, one of them takes a step forward and goes, "Be a business in the northern woods."
We're adventurers on a quest to kill the corpse eater or corpse grinder or something like that.
Present your guild card, proof of access to the northern woods.
I'll show him my card.
Have you been through the northern woods before?
No. Though I think we have a member of our party who's from here.
The cardboard cutout.
Well, then you're in good hands, and he can tell you everything that needs to know about the woods. I am Simamar, and I am of sound mind. I love the woods. I come from the woods. Don't go in the woods.
Well, I wish he had told us this 3 sessions ago when we were deciding if we were going to go east or west.
He doesn't even remember where he's from. He's not from. He thinks he's from this place. His parents told us he was from the other place. Safe travels, adventures. They open
Thank you.
up the gate. As you travel through this wall, you travel and you travel and you travel.
We'd like to rest before we hit the tree line.
There's built into the side, you see like homes for the guards who work here. And that's like in the first bit. And then you go a mile past them, and a couple miles past them, and 10 miles past that, and 20 miles past that. and 40 miles past that, and 100 miles deep, and you have not come out the other side of this wall yet.
Oh, Jesus.
150 miles. And at about
Holy shit. You were
200
not
miles,
kidding.
you start to see little buildings cut into the corner of the wall. And a couple lights. And 2 more gates at the exit of the wall. As you approach, they open the gate. And they wave.
Wave back.
You guys are fast. That took you over an hour to get through that wall. Do you continue on? Yeah. As you travel into the woods, can everyone roll a perception?
Doing math on the map, should we reach the town before we need to rest, or should, because we were debating resting before we hit the tree line.
As you're looking at the map, you know that from Kylie Land to the wall was not the best roads there are. Once you get from the wall to the next village, the roads are a lot better. So the time you'll be faster.
Okay.
So a rough estimate, you'll probably make the city before your 29 hours is up.
Okay, cool. Proceed. My neck is on a swivel right now.
And as you're traveling, you make it to the edge of the woods. You're traveling in the woods. It is very eerie. You hear soft beckons. Come in the woods. You feel as if you're always being watched.
This is reminding me a little bit of that one time in the southern woods that we were tempted by family members to leave the road.
Does anyone want to leave the road? Does anyone want to see the voices beckoning them off the road?
If I can't see them with a 36 perception, then I don't think I need to see them.
No, but you can hear them quite clearly.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And as you travel the further in, more voices. Trees move. Come in the woods.
They're not very convincing. Are they convincing to anybody else?
I'm too distracted with my new body.
An hours after the wall, you come across the city. What do you do?
Are we able to enter the city?
As you approach, you guys have been in the cities before. You've been into elven cities before. Most of the cities you have been into have been disarrayed, been war struck. It doesn't look like this city has been hit by war. There are elven guards, several different breeds. Um, not anything, not any one specific, race of the guard. One of the guards puts his hand up to stop you as you come up to the city. Are you passing through or staying?
Staying for the night, then passing through.
Very good. Don't cause any problems, and there won't be any problems.
Of course, thank you.
From the looks of it, you want the fancy side of town. Stay to the right.
Stay to the right.
You'll find a good place. Enjoy your visit. As he steps aside. As you enter
So,
the city, which way do you go?
stay to the right, like you said. I mean, but Vondar's going driving, so.
Oh, yeah, I'll do what they said.
As you stay to the right, you travel a short distance. You see a sign with a picture of a bed on it called the Cracked Cask. As with, all the other buildings, they're all made out of wood. There's a small walled yard and garden to the side. Big wooden doors to go in. You leave the cart out front.
Sure. I arranged to have it taken aside and the chocobos fed.
As you go inside, you see a young female elf sitting, stoking a fire with a large creature at her feet. As it gets more clearly, it seems to be she has a pet owl bear.
That's awesome.
She's sitting in a chair rocking. She notices you guys come in. How can I help you? The name's Dara.
We have chocobos outside that need shelter and food for the night, and us as well for some, maybe 2 different rooms.
Do you want food to come along with that?
You guys want food?
Sure.
Do you want whatever we have, or do you want me to make something fresh?
Do you know what slimes eat? Because I don't even know if I can digest normal food.
Oh, I'm sure we could find something for you.
All right.
I whispered to my slime friend, slimes eat everything.
No. I've never been a slime.
Fair enough, I'm just letting you know.
All right.
I mean, you let me know if you have a preference, or the meat is more tasty than the table kind of deal.
$20 iridium altogether for a night.
Sorry, you said 20 gold?
Yes, 20 iridium.
Alright.
She will go over to one of the tables and a young elf, tell them to go out and deal with your beasts of burden. She clears a couple of the patrons away that, seem to be sleeping it off, and says this table should help if you want to eat now, unless you want to sleep now.
Maybe have it delivered to our room.
Very good. She gives you 2 keys.
Mm-hmm.
And you go up. Pretty fancy rooms. They each have an empty tub. Shortly after you get there, there's a knock on the door. And there's a female elf at each of your door with a bag of water. They ask if you want baths.
Is the bathing situation like private?
For your room, there's no privacy curtains right now in
In the
your
room.
particular room. Yes.
Okay. I prestidigitate myself every day, so I should be fine. But I look at Vondar. Is Vondar clean?
Yeah, he'd be clean. We only left the hotel a day ago.
I don't think we'll need a bath.
Very good.
Axiom. Axiom, you want a bath?
I can prestidigitate the dragon. Let's not break their stuff.
Yeah, he's fine. I think he wants one.
Okay. Will you
They
tell the
pour
nice
water
lady
for the
that?
dragon.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Cool.
And out of this little bag, steaming water pours out, fills the tub. A half hour later, same elves come by with food, stews, meats, crackers.
I do feed the crackers and the meat and the berries and whatever else they give us to the slime, and I'm like, what tastes? Does it taste any different? Does like
It all
any
tastes
of
the
this like
same.
it all tastes the same?
Everything tastes like chicken.
I pull out a little rock and I hand it to him. What about this?
Still chicken.
Well, that's not terrible.
I'm gonna go to reach for my pockets to realize that I don't have pockets. Be like, hold on. Wait a second. Where'd all my money go?
Did you leave all your money in Feldnaut's dimension?
I don't know.
Feldnaut, do you have Riven's shit?
Portal opens above Riven, and a cascade of money just comes out.
No.
And then Feldnut drops down.
Is it just his money or is it all of his shit?
All of his shit.
You watch the slime try to push it all into a bag of holding.
And now Lucia's robes have slime on him.
Yep.
Does the teacher doll react?
No.
Nope.
Raises a finger of prestidigitation on the robes.
Thank you. I put the robes in the bag of holding. I attempt to slime tie them to Axiom once he gets out of the tub. And I would slime push
if he gets out of the
20
tub.
coins
Yes,
to the elves for bringing us food and water.
Hold on, let me remind myself what Axiom is made out of again. He may not actually get out of the water.
Is he in
Oh,
one with
nope.
water?
He does not get out of the water.
Does he not?
One of the dragons he's made up as an amphibious trait, as well as a swim speed.
He's happy.
He's happy in the water.
I mean, he spends
Every
most
now
of his
and then-
time riding on the back of a giant fucking walking tank.
Every now and then I go up to Axiom and I'm like, do you
slime.
want me to heat up the water again, Axiom?
He breathes on it. Nope, got it covered.
Okay.
My man's happy. He's good.
You'd actually notice his fire breath is not fire breath. It's like a mixture of fire and bright light. Because he only knows stellar flare.
Like, this is a little overkill to heat up that, but you know, whatever.
Handle that. Burns a hole through the building.
Now the whole group's together. Do you go down for a rest?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, I don't rest, but you know what I mean.
5 hours goes by. For those of you that only need 5 hours, do you continue just chillaxing? Or is there
I'm
something you
going.
want to do?
Is there like a desk or a workstation in the hotel room?
You're looking around. There is not a desk. And you're looking around. You find there is a cubbyhole where there's a couple books. And one of the books says desk.
I'll pull it out and open it.
It does not come out, but as you tip the top out, to your right, a door slides open and a desk, like the platform of the desk comes out, and you can turn it, and the legs drop.
Interesting. Does
And
it
then
come
right
with a
next to it,
chair?
right next to it, was another little hole with a fold-out chair.
All right. I get the impromptu workstation going, and I'm going to be set the teacher down sitting next to my spell book as I am going through, and I'm going to be learning Gate and Arcane Eye as I ritually cast an inscription.
Riven, you're still sleeping.
For for past 5 hours.
Or you don't trance as a slime.
Well,
Ooh, womp womp.
boy.
You actually have dreams.
That's terrifying.
10 hours of uninterrupted dreams.
Oh, the janitor just fucking chasing me for 10 hours.
You have 10 hours of nightmares.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my life is. Now I'm finally processing tragedy. I'm the janitor.
As I am working, after a while, I'm going to look to the teacher doll, to Lucia. I have been considering my current predicament and what to do about it. Part of me thinks that I'm not ready to start broaching that topic yet as a wizard, that I still have more learning to do, but I feel watching Vondar slowly work towards his goal has prompted me to want to do the same. I suppose I could ask, how does one recover a soul from a dungeon? That might be a jet question.
It all depends on who donjoning it.
I don't know that I ever.
It is stated that a wish might be able to lead you in the right direction to find it. You're saying you don't know whether what?
Sorry. I don't know if we ever found out exactly who dungeoned my body. I think maybe it was the one that was unhappy with that my father had. But I'm not sure that it was ever revealed to me. So a wish. I'm debating if I should start prodding at this or not. And that'll be it. I'll spend the rest of my time studying the book.
Our response will be, once you come to a conclusion, we can look further into this.
My God. Grim Lucia is much more supportive than Jet Lucia.
Sucks to be you, because once you finally figure it out, it's going to be Jet Lucia.
I feel like Grim Lucia is a little bit more supportive, and Jet Lucia is a little bit more of a tough love, but will still help you and will still guide you.
This is where you find out that it's, the personality only represents of who is actually on the other end of this thing answering.
Grim Lucia is the one to kind of pat me on the shoulder and gently guide me. Jet Lucia is the one to slap me upside the head and tell me I'm an idiot and to start working harder. Anyway, that's my morning work.
All right. Bondar, as you sleep, your dreams of your forge, it's all finished now, right?
Yeah.
Your constructs are working on your newest project. You've spent most of your whatever time you can, you spent there. When you forge an item, you condense the material, you mold it to what you want it to be. As you feel your rest coming to an end, you feel an overwhelming force. You feel as if you are being worked. You feel as if you are becoming something as as you forge an item and you make it become something new and you make it, come to life. You can feel that over you. Which eye is your favorite?
I only have one actual eye and one eye that's a magic item.
So which one of those is your favorite?
I guess the magic eye.
As you're thinking, and you feel yourself being forged. You feel your magic eye burn. It gets hotter, hotter, hotter. You feel as if someone just pulled a red hot poker out of a forge and is sticking it through that magical eye.
Uh, okay. Can I tell this is a dream or?
Roll insight if you want. as you're thinking, you wake up with an intense burning in your eye, and you feel it is more than just a dream.
Does the eye feel different at all, or
As you're thinking on that, in your player chat, you now have a new ability.
okay?
And as you are discovering this new ability, that burning and that pressure feeling starts to fade. Riven,
Yes.
as you wake up from 10 hours of nightmare, start pacing back and forth. Wait, you're pacing.
I am.
You look down. You have dragonborn legs.
Hey! Am I still part slime? I look for my hand.
Sticking out of a slime body.
Oh, Jesus.
Do the legs look like slime legs, or do they look like
They look like miniature Riven legs.
Little baby dragon legs running around.
legs?
I like. Am I like the same height as Axiom right now?
No, he's medium.
Oh. So I look up to Axiom.
Yes. Well, he's still in the
Yeah.
bath.
I looked at Axiom and I walked back. I'm like, hey, high five me. I'm trying to like form like a hand.
As a slime hand comes up,
Yeah.
he high fives you.
Exactly those legs. Yes. Except it's a slime upper body.
You have done your 10 hours of rest.
I have. I also dropped one of the debilitated. Here's a question before I go any further. I do not gain the effects of a long rest, right?
As
So
far as I know, you
So I do not lose exhaustion either, though, right? Okay.
You lose the first ability, and if you have another one, then you're still stuck with the rest. But you lose whatever that status was that was afflicted with the first debilitation,
Yeah,
which
I
was
don't
whatever
remember.
I listed first.
one or odds are even and roll a d100.
No. It's right here. First one's right here.
You got the
But I
first
can still
one?
do odd or even. Do you want me to do odd or even?
No, if you have, because I thought you didn't know which one was
I
first,
didn't, but
which
it's
one
in
was
the
second.
player chat.
There you go.
I'm less drawn to Vondar now.
Are you?
Yeah,
The charm wears off.
it does.
You still charmed by Vondar.
He's a charming guy. What's not to like?
Wait, how?
World title.
Oh, is it?
Friend of Slimes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's right. I have a slime friend. He hasn't come up since he joined us, but
Yeah,
Every time you get out, they just keep pulling me back in.
he's still there.
Frederick, 29. Thank you for the follow.
What do you guys do?
Ready to get ready for the day. Head downstairs, eat breakfast. If it's provided. If not, oh well. Get our stuff underway.
You've made it roughly a third of the distance you need to travel. You go downstairs. They will provide you with a lunch, or in your case, a breakfast.
We're all ready to go.
yeah, I'm all set.
Go get the carriage.
Sure.
Is Riven in the state to start driving us, or is he still baby legs?
That's negative.
Okay.
Is Feld not here with us?
I am.
Oh,
I just don't require sleep, so I literally just stared at you guys sleeping the entire time.
Well, that's not creepy.
I meditate.
Oh, during the 5 hours that you and I were both awake, Shion, you would have noticed Feld not snapping his fingers and his fist changing various elements. Except necrotic. He seemed very intent on avoiding using necrotic. I could drive. I'm good now. I got my anger management issues under control.
Alright. By all means.
I'm almost regretting not taking called creatures grim, just because it would have been funny to change the chocobos into goblins. But these chocobos are fast, so
You want it to take even longer?
I mean, it takes them longer. I could be there like in the next 6 seconds. Yeah.
As you head out of the city, head north. You get about 5 hours out of the city. Who's keeping their eye out?
I can.
Yeah, I will as well. Natural 20s in a row.
Yes, good. Keep wasting your luck.
As you get about 5 hours out of the city, you see a group of 16 elves riding blue chocobos coming at you guys. They are all wearing official uniforms.
Do they seem like laser focused on us, like they are at here for us, or do they seem like they're just on the road traveling? And are they coming from behind or before us?
From in front of you.
Okay.
You see they're coming at like full speed, and then once you guys come into vision, they slow down, and the first couple get off and start to approach, and put their hands out for you guys to stop.
Am I supposed to stop?
Seems unwise to ruffle the feathers of the local authorities.
But there's like, how many did you say? 16?
Yeah.
There's like 1,600 points just sitting here. Sorry, I guess you guys wouldn't get the reference. Never mind.
Well, that was a good one. That's back from when we used to be a taxi driver.
I guess if I am being asked to, Feld will slow down the cart and eventually stop.
I mean, I'm honestly just suggesting that we don't ruffle the feathers of the local authorities. If you feel strongly against just ignoring them, then
I feel strongly against all elves, present company excluded.
fair enough. Okay.
They did cause a
What about
lot
the
of
cardboard
problems.
cutout?
I said present company. He's here in spirit. Although one of you is technically my follower, so I mean, I have to like you, sort of. Alright, fine. Well, we will slow the cart to a stop.
Hey, who's your follower?
Me.
She wanted cleric powers, so she got cleric powers.
Well, that's fair.
And, now I could substitute some of the abilities he gives me on my own, but not all of them. And it is occasionally useful. But anyway, yes, we are getting pulled over by the.
Hello, travelers. How long have you been in the northern woods?
Day and a day. Yeah, about a day.
May we inquire to where you were before you entered the northern woods?
We approached from the south.
Did you come through travel by road the whole time, or did you come across country at any time?
All
Just the road.
The road. If they are inside and checking me, it seems I am confused as to why they are asking the question. not being evasive to it.
Beltnut literally ignores this conversation, pulls out a small miniature grill, starts cracking some eggs, and starts making breakfast burritos while he's waiting for this conversation to end.
Hey. I'm gonna need 2 of them, sir. You
Yeah,
just shove them in me, and they'll just sit there and dissolve.
I'll take one too. I'm tired of good berries.
I'll hold hers in my slime.
Anyway,
We've been following the road.
Very good. We were just looking for some intel. We've been dispatched to check out a recent disturbance.
From the south of the city, we did hear some voices in the woods beckoning us into them, but we did not indulge that curiosity, and we have not heard anything like that north of the city, but that's all we have.
That's good. It's not wise to venture into the woods of the lost souls.
I don't know if that's the disturbance you were looking for, but that has been our experience.
No. Our disturbance is along the wall, south of where you entered.
Along the wall,
Southeast.
there were some Rimaraz out in the hills, but other than that, there was nothing along the wall. South of the wall, there were those, but nothing else. Oh, also some rowdy gnolls in that area.
Where did you say these Rimaras were? They might have been the ones that caused the hole in the wall.
They were south of the wall, and within the hills that were along the road. They seem to be boring holes with flame into the sides of the hills.
When you say that, they all draw weapons and say, "Charge!" And they run past you.
All right, have a good day.
They're going to be charging for like 2 days.
They are at least a day away from those hills.
You gave them the information they were looking for.
Yeah,
The creature that put a hole in the wall.
I specified they were putting holes in the hills. Anyway, okay, conversation's over. Let's go, Falmont.
I hand out a few burritos because it didn't take me very long to make them.
I enjoy the breakfast burrito.
Can you make a couple more so I can have some to munch on later?
I summon a shadow and it starts to get to work as I get this cart moving.
Woo woo! Or it'd be more like boop boop with my slime noise.
That was fun.
As you pass them, you travel for another 5 hours. As you come to the ivory city of Myth Talons. Same as before, there's a couple of guards out front. They attempt to stop you. Hail travelers, what will be your business? Myth Talons.
We're moving along to the north. We won't be in town long.
How far north are you planning to go?
Past the reaches of the woods.
You don't look like... Tell you what. For 700 iridium, I think I can help you shorten the gap at which you need to travel.
How so?
I can get you to the edge of the woods.
Inside shit. I'm wary for a scam.
Doesn't seem like he's trying to scam you.
I'm a little light on cash, referring to my companion. What do you all think of this? I kind of looked at Vondar because if I know that if someone were lying to him, he would pick up on that.
He's not lying, Vondar.
Pay the man.
What was that?
Someone want to pay the man?
How much did you want again?
$700 iridium?
I think you meant 400 iridium. The way it was said, I will let you determine as the DM what that actually would apply to the person, but any other charisma stats, it could apply in that scenario. He's so deadpan about it. But since they're all the same, I will make one roll for you.
Sure. 400.
Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna use alter reality to put a pile of 4,000 steel pieces in front of him.
You're gonna have to want to leave that cart behind, though.
I'll put it in a pocket plane.
Fair enough. A couple of the other guards start picking it up. 4,000 steel.
It's like the equivalent of when you see those people like pay their parking tickets in like all pennies.
No, if I
He
wanted
goes-
pennies, it would have been 40,000 kobolds.
I mean, sorry. In this case, dimes rather than pennies.
He goes over to the tree and says, "Are you ready?"
By all means.
I
Once
will
I
get
finish
down,
this,
use my pocket dimension, and push the card in while they're talking.
once I finish this incantation, you will have 6 seconds to run through the tree. You don't want to stop in the middle.
Is that how dryads are made?
Well, maybe 2 of you can stop in the middle.
I'll just seep out. It's fine. Well, half of me will seep out. Half of me will be stuck.
The dryad legs. Alright, he
That
starts
is
to cast a spell.
Move.
The tree gently cracks open in the middle to reveal a portal. Do you guys go through?
Yeah, I go through.
Yep.
It is cold.
Is it?
Maybe not to you.
Fair enough.
As you come through this crack, to your right, you see a couple elves standing watch. Is there guarding for anyone that comes across from the frozen north into the forest. They nod as you step into the frozen north.
Kind of look out to the frozen north, see what I see. Is it just tundra for as far as the eye can see?
Frozen, barren, flat. As far as you can see in front of you. Behind you is all luscious green trees. With snow on the edges of them.
Is it like an actual like line in the ground, or is there a transition to it?
As you're looking around, you can see an actual line on the edges of the tree.
Like the trees have been cut?
Like half the tree is frozen and the other half is not.
I see. I guess the divines that rule these lands, they're bound very obvious. Shall we go? Phil, not recover our cart. Babak?
So who has cold immunity?
I do, as he holds up his feet. And you see he has fancy boots on.
Who has cold resistance?
Do I have cold resist because of Axiom or not yet? I
Not
think
yet.
I have
That's
it
much
for a short
that's-
time, right?
Well, at 5th
If I
level, yes,
activate
you can activate and get the feature. Yeah,
Yeah. But isn't it? Forget how long it is. I know it's super
it's,
short.
it's technically 1 round of combat.
Okay. So like 6 seconds. Yeah. That doesn't help. I'm screwed.
Well, you have cold weather gear. This is why we bought it.
Yes.
But does it still fit with him being flying?
Frozen slide.
Who has cold weather gear?
I have cold weather gear, but that fits Shion.
I will hold the hand over Archie. Sorry, Roar. No, Rivet.
Keep
Wow.
going. You were almost there.
I was gonna say Veil next.
It is true.
Riven. I hold the hand over Riven. Alter reality. Cold weather gear for a slime. And then I kind of fall to my butt on the ground. Give me a minute.
You can ride Axiom.
I'm twice the size of all of you.
He's
I
fine.
mean-
He's strong enough.
I'm huge at this point.
How are you feeling, Bondar?
I have
Actually,
winter gear.
speaking of that, can I ride Axiom? Is this the first time I'm going to be able to ride Axiom this entire campaign? Because I'm tinier than him.
On Axiom back
I mean, you can ride on him. It won't give you any benefits because you don't get that feature till 9th level.
I mean, but I could still ride him for the first time. Is
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
hearing.
Yeah, you just don't have the skill.
Riven, your cold weather gear is a fucking like a fucking white rimmed hat with a red little fucking white
Pom pom.
pom pom thingy.
Perfect.
It's a Santa hat.
Yeah.
Say that. Perfect for Christmas.
I love that. It's so. I say this in character. It's so cute.
Felt not just give you a thumbs up.
We can be on our way.
Thanks, bud.
After about a minute, he'll get up. You're lucky that that's lower level stuff. Anything close to 9th level, and I'd be out for a while.
You guys get back on the cart.
Yep.
An hour in, and one of the chocobos has icicles all over him. It seems to be slowing you guys down. Vondar and Riven. It is extremely cold. You have icicles starting to grow where there shouldn't be icicles.
Oh no.
Wait, I have those parts back?
As you look around, there's just icicles growing off your slime body.
Ah, shit.
I'm going
This
to
hat-
cast. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast as I look at the chocobo. With your permission, addressing the chocobo to see if they are consenting to me trying to help them.
Hey!
This does seem to be of the assent.
Hey?
I make an insight check.
Hey,
You cast fucking tongues, Grim. Oh no, I don't have. Oh yeah, no, I do. I cast tongues. With your permission, may I attempt to help?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to start to warm up the ice around it, start to melt it, so that it clears off.
How long do you do that for?
It's a cantrip, so as much as I need to. I'll probably sit next to Feldnot up at the driver's seat, though, so I can do it.
As you sit next to Feldnot, you'll notice that he's pouring himself a cup of a dark brown liquid.
Is that hot chocolate?
No,
Okay.
it's the stronger stuff.
Make an insight check.
No, he's not lying. It's the stronger stuff.
Okay.
He has a bottle of Boundless coffee. We've had this entire campaign. We just have never had a use for it.
It's cold outside.
Exactly.
Larry drinks that shit all the time.
Shion does not put on her cold weather gear or do anything out of the ordinary. Just her as she normally is.
Oh, I forgot to roll 2 of these.
As you get a second hour in, and Shiana's been doing this, the icicles on Vondar and Riven are growing longer. Shian, you're actually starting to get cold.
I'm sure it's miserable for Riven and Bondar, probably.
As it is beyond cold.
And I feel like this is very fitting.
Sorry, I didn't take one of the domains that helps me with this. If I had taken Domain of the Sun, I could have given off a heat aura.
I'm trying to think of
I mean, if you'd like to be kept awake, I could put off a Storm aura. Shocks everybody within my aura for 1d4 damage.
I mean, I don't think we're that cold quite yet.
I can cast heat metal at will if we have something that's not going to set the card on fire.
Throw you a knife.
I think he needs
Yeah,
something bigger.
but is there anyone immune to fire?
I am.
I am.
Okay, so I'll take out an ingot and say, hold this, and I'll cast heat metal on it.
I'll hold the ingot. This felt not.
Thank you.
And you guys see
Beyond is the furnace,
I guess I am a furnace now.
as Vondar is like the, you're feeding the furnace.
Is this like kind of like a pocket warmer for me now?
That bit of cold that you started to feel goes away.
All right.
As you get a couple hours in and Vondar keeps heating metal, you keep
Can you do that? at will, or is he gonna run out of spell slots?
No, it's at will. It's from an item.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you can do that up indefinitely, this is our solution, as janky as it is.
So 2 hours into it, Vondar and Riven, your icicles start to melt. It's cold, but it's bearable because you have a heater. Both the chocobos start to get like as you are keeping one, the other one starts to ice up.
Every now and then, I'm going to take the heated ingot and give some warmth to pull it away from the boys, from the lads, and start to warm up the chocobos. And I go back and forth too, so that it's bearable at least.
Three hours further into the thing, as you are passing around this heated ingot,
Hey! If it looks stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid. At a point, though, I'm gonna wave my hands and cast a detect magic. And I just I'm paying attention to the environment around me. Is this just stupid cold, or is there a magic to it that is starting to surpass your
stupid cold.
stupid?
As it does seem the further into this, the deeper you go, the colder it gets. 3 hours further, Otyughs, Otyughs. You know, the trash eaters of cities,
Odios.
the four-legged, teeth, tentacles, dangers. You don't want to go in the sewers with them.
Yeah.
You see 11 of those frozen on the side of the road.
There you go. I got him. Look at Monday's chat. That's what they look like, right?
Is it winter currently in the world?
No, it's summer.
Yugi don't give a fuck.
I mean, is that free experience, guys?
By all means, sure.
But not if
I'm
they're
like-
already dead.
I mean, I'm gonna try to hit just one of them to see if it gives me experience. If they're already dead, then it obviously is a fruitless effort. But
As you smack it, it shatters. Like you broke a glass.
Did you level up?
feel inward any experience.
You don't feel any.
God,
There you go. Hit another one.
I will use my divine teleport to teleport back onto the cart.
Everybody knows they come in pairs. You have to hit both of them or it doesn't count.
You want to know what's really annoying, Riven?
Huh?
I've been reading this book longer than you have been reading your Dragon Rider spell book. And I still haven't learned Transfor or Resilient. Something that would be majorly helpful right now.
Why don't you just skip ahead to that part? That's what I always do. And that
This book doesn't let you. This book doesn't let you do that. It opens to whatever page it decides it wants to teach you.
Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it?
Not when I've learned weapons 6 times. I can hold 6 different weapons with 6 different powers now.
Well,
But I don't have enough slots or anime points for that.
I'm gonna take a moment to look at my Ring of Winter. Does it seem to be reacting or anything different about it in this environment, or is it the same as it is?
As you look at your Ring of Winter, which doesn't have a sentient being in it because you asked for one without one, don't think it looks any different.
Looks the same.
Yes, unless there's some hidden power that I'm missing that it recharges in the cold.
No, I'm honestly just like, I am in a very cold place. It is a very cold artifact. I was wondering if there was, but beyond that,
It doesn't seem like it is being affected right now.
okay. I'm gonna kind of hand the ingot over to Felnut for a second. He doesn't mind, and then I am going to change into my cold weather gear myself. Take the ingot back. My duties of keeping us warm in the line. Anything change as we're walking on the path, or is it still just straight tundra?
Just straight tundra. Freezing, cold. Were you the one that was looking around?
Yeah.
Would you roll for perception?
Natural 20. Or I think I might have been in the forest. Maybe I need to roll again.
All right, roll a new one.
Well, I think that was at the beginning of the dip. No, I'll just 21.
As you and Vondar, because Vondar, you're looking around, right?
Yeah.
As the road is heading northwest, you see to the northeast, heading towards the road, a small contingent of frost giants. As you see 17 of these armored giants with Viking horn helmets. Looks like if you keep on your pace, you will beat them to the point where they're trying to intercept it. It doesn't look like they did the math right on how fast you're traveling.
Do we want to avoid those, or should we beat them up?
If you really want to, go ahead, but I don't know if it's worth it. This music goes really well with being north. I can almost feel the cold.
Okay, well, if you guys want to keep going, I'll take care of the giants.
I'll take the reins.
I hop off the cart.
I'll take the ingot with a pair of tongs.
We're well suited to do so. Right now, it looks, if you like hold it too tight with the ingot with the tongs, you will like permanently fuse the tongs into the ingot. This thing is hairy. As you leave Field Knot behind, you continue on the road.
Do the frost giants seem like they're wearing cold weather gear, or are they just kind of freeballing?
They have armor, and looks like there's some sort of like furs underneath the armor.
Sounds good. Keep the cart on course and let Fel not do whatever he's gonna do.
Oh, 2 hours after you leave Field Knot, you come across 16 frozen cacti,
No, not the cactus.
which is funny because I finally rolled the random encounter that you come across a plant creature, and they did say that there was they lost half their troop. Uh, 10 hours into your trip into the north, you arrive at a small small village. There's no guards.
Is it a village or is it 4 buildings?
It's not a ruins, like when you went through Zinfort, where most of the buildings were destroyed and the Tinkali hadn't fixed them all.
Yeah.
These are buildings.
Okay.
So there is. 15 buildings. $16 if you count the guy that lives on the outer edge. He doesn't like company. It is just before the sun is ready coming up. You guys are 20 hours into your travel as you start to pass through Stoneham.
I cannot see the map.
I didn't hear that.
I cannot see the map.
Same.
Because it's not dawn yet.
It's still dark.
I forgot I got the macro.
That's exactly how I would look too. Just like that. Just freezing to death with a beanie.
Can you see now? Did that work?
No.
Am I just lagging? Did that work?
Maybe I should refresh if you want.
Maybe it requires token.
Well, now I have 60-foot visibility. Oh, there we go.
That's what I did. I didn't have the thing where it toggles off token, just toggles on the lights.
I really want to know what that guy's deal is for living out on the outskirts of town.
Those motherfuckers, they're up all hours of the night, making ruckus. All I want is peace and quiet.
I'm sure Stoneham has a thriving nightlife.
That's all they have.
Do any of the buildings look like they are inns or taverns of such?
Um, as you are driving through, You see a small one that looks to be an inn called the Sapphire Blade.
I suppose I'll make a look at my friends. As come into the entrance on our cart, I'm get out and knock on the door.
You hear something fall from inside.
Knock again.
You hear it. You see a couple seconds later, the door swings open. Semi-tall dwarf standing there. What do you want?
We're in need of accommodation for the.
Come on in. Hurry up. Hurry up. You're letting the warmth out.
I'm just short, my friends. They are behind me as dinner.
After everyone comes in, he shuts the door.
We'll need.
What brings you to Stoneham?
We're heading north. Further.
You don't want to stay in Stoneham? We're always looking for somebody else to buy a property and live. Or you don't have to buy property, you just rent a room from me and stay here.
We're renting a room if that's alright.
Yeah, for a week?
For a day.
2 weeks, you say?
Sure, 2 weeks. That's it.
He meant 6.
All right, 6 iridium. How many rooms?
2 rooms, and I'm
All right,
12 already.
12 iridium, 6 weeks. All right.
Perfect. All right. Also, if we could have the accommodations for our trip for our cart and chauffeurs outside as well, and I'll throw him another 4 iridium.
We ain't ate no chocobo in a while. I guess we'll have to feed him something. We ain't got much, but we got rooms.
Wonderful. Kind of start to, you know.
You want breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner and breakfast will be fine.
Right now, okay.
Dinner right now. Breakfast.
He goes behind the bar. All of you having dinner?
Yes, please.
All right. He brings over 3 mugs. Here you go. It is a thick ale.
Shion, dainty elf that she is, sits at one of the tables and sniffs the ale.
It's strong. And you swear you smell wood.
Smell what?
Wood. Like there's pine or pitch or something in there.
Someone that hesitantly drink it. a little bit?
It's thick.
Does anybody else drink?
Yeah.
I'm sure Vondar just chugs it back.
It is a very hearty dwarven dinner. Bondar, it takes you back to home. A little on the colder side than you're used to, but it takes you right back to home.
Does anybody want a good berry? I'm popping one in my mouth.
He goes, your rooms are down there on the end, the doors that are open.
Thank you.
Yep. He pours 2 more mugs.
Riven, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Are you drinking the ale?
I mean,
Just pouring it on yourself.
yeah,
Or
more
just
of bathing. I'm more of bathing in the ale.
can Sess
50-50.
drunk?
Yeah. We'll see if any absorbs.
Just kind of marinates in that.
Oh, hold on. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on. I absorbed 33% of the ale. The other 67% is on the ground.
Yeah, seeping into the floors.
Yeah, sure they love me.
There's an ice slick now there. You guys crash.
Yeah.
He takes the 2 mugs. He stands up. He starts going outside to go take care of your chocobos.
Only like a few sips are taken out of Shion's mug.
That's fair.
That's fine. This is not the Elf City. This is like podunk nowhere. So 20 Iridium goes a lot further out here than it does over there.
And you go back and you're like, this is podunk. And you wouldn't be caught dead sleeping on this bed anywhere else.
Sure wouldn't, but it's either this or on the ground in a Thunderdome.
Yeah. And as you say that, do you get on the bed?
Say that again.
Do you get in the bed or on the bed?
I look at it and examine it to see if it will be suitable.
It looks like it is a frame, and it looks like it's built onto the floor, and it looks like the floor is the bed, and there's just like a hide.
I prestidigitate it clean,
It's gonna take you a while.
and then I'll sleep in.
It is the worst thing you've ever slept on.
Shion is from a noble family.
And you slept in the Thunderdomes.
You know what? I just say fuck it and get out, and I am going to meditate sitting on the fucking bed. And that's how I do.
And it's sad, but you have to keep moving or else your legs go to sleep. Because it is just that irritating, that flat, that not comfortable.
Just kind of have a silent coming to realizations of how much my life has changed in the past since last year, and rethinking all of the events that have led her to this place, and all of the decisions that she have made that have landed her right here, and all the decisions that have been made for her that have landed her right here.
I mean, is it really looking that bad to be the mistress of some duke, plush beds,
You'd be a hell of a lot warmer right now.
feathers, goose down, servants waiting on you hand and foot. But no, this is the path you chose.
The die is cast.
Does anyone else do anything as they settle down?
I imagine at this point this is when Feldnot actually walks in. So he's gonna sit down since he doesn't actually sleep and focus on a new anime power. Because this environment has made him realize he needs something this specific.
That's fair. No random rolls tonight.
He's creating a rank 6 item. Transfer ranking, immunity rank 3. Can you guess what the immunity is?
Gee,
Lightning. X.
5 hours goes by.
I think that's probably about enough time for him to actually create the item. Since he's having to send the other one into the ether for this. And while they are sleeping, Bondar and Simamar, because I don't know what Simamar's immunities are, and
Simamar has resistance to cold and he has cold weather gear. So the cardboard cutout is actually fine.
I can target up to 5 creatures, so because I'm doing 2 assignments
The
of
2
target.
chocobos.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I can't do that out in here. I'll do that when I get there. When I turn it on, it lasts for a day because I did 3 ranks of duration,
Oh,
3
there you
ranks
go.
of 3 ranks of transfer, so that I could actually give you rank 3 immunity, and then 2 ranks of target, which lets me target up to 5 creatures. So, Riven, Fondar, it'll be the 2 chocobos and then Simar, because I'm pretty sure Shion and I are immune to cold.
indeed.
Well, I'm immune to cold for now. If it reaches a certain temperature, I am no longer immune. And I will have to pull out that cold weather gear.
Yeah, I've already done that just for safety.
After the 5 hours, Shion, is there anything that you're going to do?
I'm gonna take a look around the town.
All right, boom. If you take 2 steps, you're done.
Yeah.
This is a very small town. You are the only one outside.
Mm-hmm. Just as I am immune to cold with my cold weather gear on, am I okay out here in this environment?
Yep. As soon as you put on your cold weather gear, you were fine.
Just kind of walk, clear my head, and again, just kind of meditate on certain things and the regrets and the not regrets, and maybe have a minor curl up in the alley somewhere and have a little minor freak out. And then, and that will be how I spend a couple hours.
Okay. Field not. Shion disappears for 5 hours or so.
Maybe not quite 5 hours. Probably.
Fair enough. The rest of you finish your long rest. Gather up. The dwarf gives you your breakfast, which is another thick. It's the same stuff. 3 square meals in 1 drink. And where it is almost time, instead of getting into something the second we get out of town, I think we'll probably call it there, as you guys are getting ready to go on another adventure or finish your adventure.
Yeah. I've looked through the spell list, the one I have immediately available, and did not find anything gonna with or help us to create lasting warmth. But
Thank you, everybody, for coming out
Oh
to
no, I
stream
just
today.
created the last
If you
thing
enjoyed
for
our
us.
content, please feel free to drop us a follow. We would really
I created
appreciate the
item,
support.
which is an
And
anime
tune
power that
in
lets you
Mondays and
basically
Wednesdays
create
for our
a
D&D
item
content.
with anime powers
Want
on
to keep
it.
up with
So
the
having
events and
transfer at
extra
rank
streams?
3 lets me
Please
pass
check
a
out our
rank 3
Facebook and Twitter to keep up to
to a
date on the
target,
schedule releases and
with
updates for the
targets
streams,
at rank
including
2
extra streams that
on
we
it.
may not have on schedule.
Lets me target up to 5
And if you would like
creatures.
to see previous
And then
content that
with
we've done,
duration,
check
it's
us out on
a
YouTube at Epitaph of
before I have to
Creation.
reactivate it
Thank you so
again.
much for coming out today, and
then
have a
the
good night,
immunity
everybody.
I actually passed is cold weather and cold damage. Yeah, immunity is actually open-ended to actually make it specific, so I chose cold weather and cold damage. So we should be fine. Should be. That's if all this doesn't get retconned because Feldnut dies to all these giants. I doubt it, but it could happen.